What's up, everyone? Sean here, and welcome to my channel update where I do a monthly vlog to update you guys on what I'm going to do for the future of this channel for July anyway, and other, I guess, important announcements anyway, or changes. But also along the way, I talk about what I have done in the past, including what I've done for the channel for June, and also some stuff from real life. Um, June overall was pretty good on a personal, I guess from a personal context, but on a much more broader context, it ended on a weirder note, I guess. Maybe grim at that too, if we're talking about certain people and stuff like that. Um, I guess I'll just get this out of the way somehow on my channel. Um, so the person who goes by Erika, aka Desmond Amofa, forgive me if I butchered his last name, but Erika has made his choice, and he is no longer with us. Let's just say, which is very unfortunate for a lot of people. This was certainly a shitty thing to hear about and wake up to on that morning, and it was pretty grim to hear, and I'm sure it was devastating for a lot of people. Even the fans were pretty devastated to hear the news of Erika's passing. So it definitely for some people ended on a pretty negative note or dark note, but you know things like that happen in real life, and um, we just have to grow to get past it. Take your time. You don't always have to be strong about it or anything like that. But the things that he has done are pretty significant in the past, and I'm sure he has influenced at least or inspired at least a number of people, and I think he has. I think it's safe to say, and um, I may not have been a biggest fan or anything like that. I was like very casual. I just saw like a couple of his videos and stuff. But I will say one the favorite moment about Etika or from Etika was when he was just like playing Persona 5, I guess, for the very first time, and he was going through the tutorial, and then he started to hear the battle theme for Persona 5, which is you know some of my most favorite music in gaming period. And Etika was, openly expressing that. He was, moving it, he was grooving it, he loved it. He just absolutely loved that theme. And I definitely, felt that because I, played that game. I think I finished around that time, or I was really close to finishing it, or I was just into it at the time, so much that, um, you know, it was just like it was just a cool moment from Etika to see. He's always been that really hype reaction dude, and I've seen a couple of his videos, and like I said, and I just came to understand that he's very passionate about gaming, or at least in his interest anyway. And um, again, he perhaps inspired many people to openly express their own opinion, and I believe that he pushed even further for people to make their own reactions and stuff like that for like trailers and movies and gaming and stuff like that too. Any I guess hobbies or interests. So he has been a significant figure within the gaming community of some sorts. So I guess I might as well express everything I felt about Erika, and of course it sucks to hear, and I'm sure again a lot of people were sad to hear that on that day. So rest easy, Desmond. You definitely deserve so much more, um, and it's understandable of what you're going through because I know people around me that are kind of going through the same thing or have gone through the same thing at the very least. So I can definitely sympathize or empathize with that sort of situation. And it was just, I guess it was just that time. So, but I will say that you definitely moved the community somehow. You definitely inspired some people at least, if not a whole lot, and you definitely had an impact of sorts. So you definitely done work, and you can definitely now can rest easy, knowing that people will carry on that level of passion for the rest of their lives, and I believe that you help them, you know, feel comfortable about that. So so that's pretty much it for me about Etika. So since I'm probably not gonna make a dedicated video for that, so I guess here was the time to do it. So anyways, enough about that. So it's time for me to go on to the real life stuff. So anyways, still working, can't complain too much about it. Work has been, remaining the same, work, when it comes to how I feel about it, it's work, but brings in the check, and, it enables me to do the things I want to do. More on the real life stuff. I might go all over the place, but watched a couple of movies. Starting with Godzilla, of course. That was one of the most anticipated ones. Did a review with Danny, and you guys can check that out. Everything is all in one video, including the review and the spoiler talk in that one video. And also checked out Shaft, which was another positive one for the most part. It was at least decent. It was entertaining for sure. If you love Samuel L. Jackson, you will definitely for sure will like this movie. That's just all I can say about it. Lastly, though, Toy Story, probably the best one of the three, I guess. But this was another longly anticipated one, even though Toy Story 3 did really end on a very good note. But the fourth one just came in and be like, hey, we have another movie, so don't have to be so emotionally moved by the last part of Toy Story. So it felt like it was for nothing, but at the same time, you gotta, just think of it as like a conclusion to the arc of Andy from 1 to 3, and then Toy Story 4 is like about Woody essentially. So but overall, I loved it. I really liked it for the most part. It's Toy Story. It's a great movie. They're still on that win streak, of course. So you really can't go wrong for the most part. Pixar really puts their heart into these movies, especially with Toy Story. So I wish they kind of can do the same with like certain other ones, like Incredibles. But I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see about Incredibles 3 if that ever comes around. Anytime soon. But anyway, so of course I've been continuing to work out. Not much has changed for like PRs and that. It's just more or less like maintenance and stuff like that on my strength and I guess muscle mass. It's just me continuing. So I'm not moping about not going through like significant progress and anything like that. I'm just happy that I still look good enough at least. I can still fit into medium-sized shirts. I still I definitely am a lot stronger than before, when I before I first started working out, that sort of thing. So I'm still happy. I gotta weigh in. I haven't done that recently, so I definitely have to do that. So working out and work for the most part has been good, and nothing too much to complain about. Now more on to the real life stuff, which some of you may have noticed the change in the quality because I am using a different camera this time around, which I went ahead and bought a camera dedicated to like videos and stuff like that. It can also take pictures, but anyways, I've been saying it like in a couple of videos, especially with my Pokemon ones, that I actually went ahead and bought a mirrorless camera. I don't want to go into too much as to what a mirrorless camera is, but basically it's the latest and greatest or hottest thing right now when it comes to like camera into the camera like marketplace or anything like that. Um, it's it allows cameras to be smaller, more portable, and yet still have pretty much like similar quality in terms of like pictures and stuff with your typical DSLR, which is like big and bulky and huge. But some people may still like it just because it fits more into their hands for a lot of people. Like it's more ergonomic, and plus, or versus like mirrorless cameras being smaller, therefore it might not fit into a lot of people's hands, and stuff like that. But so yeah, basically I bought a Panasonic Lumix G85. It's pretty popular amongst the prosumers and people who want to do like YouTube content creation involving with like vlogs and stuff. It definitely is a popular camera, and I can definitely see why. And it really does a good job doing these kind of videos and stuff. Previously, I've been using my older camcorder for longer videos, and for vlogs like these, I was using the Canon T3i for the most part to do these videos. But when I can't do like full 1080p, it can only do up to 1080i for some reason. And also there was that pretty annoying like 10 minute limit on each recording. So essentially I have to complete a thought within 10 minutes or 12 if you're kind of lucky at that, and stop the recording and then restart the recording and then continue with a different segment. That's how I was tolerating these problems with that camera. Now the quality wasn't bad, it was just kind of annoying. So I was doing my research online as to what kind of camera is suitable for my needs, and I came across this one. I came across the Canon M100 and other cameras as such. I wanted to get a mirrorless one just because it was kind of itching my curiosity, and so I wanted to somehow dive into it. So I found an opportunity to essentially do monthly payments with this camera. So these cameras usually come out around like $600 or $500, so seems hefty, right? All at once, but there was an opportunity to pay it off monthly, so I just went ahead and then bought the camera with that plan. So I'm currently paying it off, which I can do for the most part. It's just that if you want it now, it's like, all right, you can do that, and just make sure you meet those payments and stuff. But so yeah, pretty much until by October I should be done paying this camera, which shouldn't be a problem. The camera itself, I do like it so far. I've done like extensive I did a good amount of testing with so far. I went to one of those like sort of places where they do have like a lot of like food stands and stuff. One was called S'moresborg or something like that. Forgive me if I'm getting the name mixed up, but it's located in LA. There's just a lot of food to try out and drinks as well, and it's pretty cool. And I took a number of pictures, so I'll eventually do a review for this camera, and I'll show you guys those pictures eventually, and some footage as well. One thing also to point out is this does come with 4K video, so that's why I am trying to do 4K with some videos, but good lord, the rendering is a nightmare. I will probably just do these videos on my PC, and then my main videos all my other videos will be on my Mac. So so that way rendering wouldn't be such a problem, right? So I do have that luxury for right now, so I will use that PC for editing vlogs, because there's not really much to edit. It's just cutting and stuff, so there's not much of a problem there. And I do have Vegas 15, not Sony Vegas 15, but Vegas Pro 15 or something like that, and in there because I bought it for like $25 because of Humble Bundle. So I definitely took that opportunity to do that, so that was a good move on that. So yeah, that's pretty much my plan to do 4K for certain videos. So I just cracked my ankle if you heard that sound. But anyway, again, I really do like the camera so far. There are some complaints I do have, but I will get into that in the review of this camera eventually. But first impressions, it's more positive. And along with the camera, I bought some other accessories as well, like a new camera bag that I got. It's, you know, a lot more small. It's pretty much like meant for, you know, the Lumix, or I personally have it used for the Lumix G85, and I just, you know, slung it around. It's a single strap, you know, backpack sort of thing, so not much of a, you know, burden to carry around, unlike my other camera bag that I bought. You know, it was an Amazon like branded bag for cameras, but it pretty much is a single strap backpack, even though it's supposed to be two, because one of the straps was broken to begin with, but for some reason I was too lazy to return it and ask for a replacement. So I've been stuck with that backpack since. It's really bulky, so I just thought, you know what, I'll just buy a camera just for one single camera. Didn't cost me too much, so yeah, I just went ahead and do that. I bought myself also a new tripod, which you really can't see, but it's one of those aluminum body, really fancy kind of looking tripods. At least the entry level anyway. But yeah, that's been what I've been doing in real life. Just watching movies and getting myself a new camera, essentially. Pretty happy with it so far. And also, there's no limit, so I can just talk and not have to worry about the camera stopping automatically for some reason, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what Canon does with their cameras, just so that to prevent any overheating, anything like that. But I think it really wasn't a problem, but you know, it's something you can't shut off anyway. And also, one other feature that I do like is that you can download an app on your smartphone and pretty much remote control it from there, and you can like kind of see it, what it sees. So I can like check what my footage looks like, I guess, or my, you know, what my shot looks like and stuff. And really neat. I really do like the features on this camera, and it's fulfilling my needs or applications for the most part, so I'm really happy with it for the most part. So yeah, some, a number of professional photographers might not be happy with it, just because this is supposed to be like considered an entry-level mirrorless camera. But for me, I do really like it. You know, maybe eventually I will move on up, but this is definitely the most like updated camera in my arsenal, and I will definitely use it more and more probably for like food vlog sort of deals. But I would definitely use it for my channel vlogs and stuff, and also like commentary videos of like me talking about like a certain topic or whatever, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. So you've seen some footage with that already, with this camera being in use, like with the Pokemon the No Pokédex video, and also I use it for the Evo tips and tricks video as well. So I'm still like trying to get used to it and try to maximize what I could do with it. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing with it. So yeah, I mean, I like cameras. You know, I'm a video production guy, so I'm like a nerd when it comes to that. So that's why I can like talk about cameras. But I should stop it right there and talk about something else, which is what I've done for the channel. So, which I had been kind of lingering on already. So obviously we for the channel did movie reviews for the movies I mentioned, like Godzilla. I did a solo review on Shaft, and we also did a review together with myself and Danny on Toy Story. And we did a couple videos with Toy Story as well, like the ranking video and also the spoiler talk video, and of course firstly the review video, of course, without spoiling things. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with those. And we also used the Toy Story oh no, we recorded the Toy Story video with using this camera, and again, I've been really happy with it so far. Hopefully, the footage will come out cleaner and stuff over time, because again, I'm still trying to get used to it. Also for the channel, we've been continuing the podcast. I'm looking over here with my computer, but just to see what I did. And so the podcast have been continuing, and unfortunately, there've been some kinks here and there. That like some mishaps because of my PC like updating, or something kind of happened in June where we had to delay it and stuff. But for the most part, every problem I ran into, I found out why, and also I've and making sure that doesn't happen in the future. So hopefully that won't be a thing. But anyway, we also did some reaction videos together for some of the E3 videos or E3 presentations, because this month was E3 month, so it was definitely a big month for a lot of gamers. So obviously there's a good amount of games that people are excited about, and I reacted on my own for some of them, but for the most part I reacted with them with friends that of course I knew, but probably you don't really see them as much on this channel. So some of them are veterans, some of them are kind of on and off or something like that. But yeah, E3 was for the most part like kind of okay. It was like kind of teeter-tottering for me. Like there were some games I don't really care about. There are some games that I was kind of excited about, but now I'm kind of like like Jedi Fallen Order. I do appreciate it for what it is, but it just doesn't wow me enough for me to like get it like on day one or whatever. I might get it when it's on sale, just so I can still sort of support it somehow. Something that the game does well for the people who actually buy it. But there are games that I am super excited for, like Animal Crossing, Cyberpunk, of course Pokemon for the most part, which I'll get into it for another video, and a couple other games, like Luigi's Mansion stuff. I am excited for those. I can't wait for them, and including Death Stranding as well. I mean, even though it wasn't announced at E3, it was like announced before E3 because Sony wasn't gonna be there. That's probably another factor as to why E3 wasn't as exciting as it could have been. But for the most part, it has some stuff that I felt that was worth reacting to, I guess. So but yeah, E3 has passed by, and there will be always another one next year, I guess. But anywho, for the next thing we had on the channel was myself talking about the loot box thing with the surprise mechanics. I did a commentary video about it. I also talked about the issue with the National Pokédex for Sword and Shield, and of course one of the probably the most important video or significant video I did for this month was the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Just because, I'll say it here again, it was a game that I've been waiting for 10 years to play. I beat it, and I was happy with it for the most part, so I did a review about it, and I had fun with it. So, both making the video and playing the video game, of course. So, really damn happy that Vesperia is now under my belt. That was a very, very cool thing that I was able to do for this month, is getting that video out there. One of the last videos I did was the top 15 games that I look forward to for June, and or as of June 2019. So that was another fun one, because I always want an excuse to use the Yakuza sort of intro sort of parody in my videos. So with the blue screen and the sound effect and the name right there for that dramatic effect. It's fun to do, it's simple, and it's just fun. I don't know. I like the Yakuza series, and those are like some of my favorite parts of the series. Is just introducing the characters. So yeah, that's an excuse for me to do that. So anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is what is in store for July. The next thing I do want to talk about is what game I got for this month. There wasn't many or much to go for. I know Mario Maker just came out, but I'm gonna wait off on that. I'll probably get it later eventually, but I do want to try it out at some point just to see. But I haven't got my hands on it just yet. So, but the one thing I did get for sure, I was anticipating, is the game Judgment. Funny because I did mention about Yakuza in some way not too long ago in this video, but Judgment, first impressions for the most part is fun. I do like the story so far. I do like the gameplay of it. Now, yes, on the surface it is a Yakuza game, but obviously there's some obvious and distinct differences with Judgment. So if you like the Yakuza games, you'll definitely get into this one, I'll say that much. But I feel like the comparison is similar to that of like Dark Souls to Bloodborne. Obviously they have similarities, but also their own differences and stuff. The structure is similar for the most part, but the gameplay is a little different. There is some differences in their themes. The whole like detective thing is different, of course. So yeah, I do like it so far, and I do still plan to stream it or just play it on my own time, and hopefully I can get a review out as quickly as I can, a lot quicker than Vesperia. So I'll try to do my best to get around that. So yeah, Judgment, I do like it so far. Hopefully by the end of things I will be able to give it a positive review, but that is something to see in the future. So but now I guess we can talk about what we're going to do for July. So when it comes to games, I don't think there's much as well in July. It is that dry period in summer, so which is good, so I don't have to like worry about buying games. But there is one thing I do want to get that comes to mind, which is the Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm still excited for it. I do want to try it out. It is on the Switch, so why not? And I'm willing to give it a chance. I will do some sort of review video on it, which is either a rapid fire style or maybe a full scale review on it. But we'll have to see about that, and I do look forward to it. This is gonna be my first Fire Emblem game that I've ever owned, ever. So because I never played it on the 3DS, I never had it on any consoles like the GameCube and stuff or the Wii. So that's why Three Houses will be my first game from Fire Emblem that I've ever owned. So yeah, that's kind of neat. When it comes to like real life stuff, we'll probably have like a 4th of July sort of celebration with the boys, and I do look forward to it because there are some things I do want to make, but can't really never have the opportunity to make it inside the house because it will make a mess. So that's why I'm going to make it outside, and there's an excuse for that now. So this coming 4th of July, I do look forward to it, and it'll always be a fun, chill little time. So yeah, that will be something to look forward to. And when it comes to July, again, when it comes to games, as I mentioned, Fire Emblem. I almost forgot. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a possibility for a Let's Play with my friend Energamma, or Christian, as I refer to him. It's hard to say, but it all just depends on each our schedules, how we're gonna line up. We'll have to see about that, but I do hope we can do some sort of Let's Play. But the thing is that he will take the steering wheel this time around, because I've been playing all the games that we've been doing during all these Let's Plays, like Tokyo Mirage. We did Fire Emblem Warriors with me playing both of those games. So that's why I would like to have Energamma take the wheel, and I think for the most part he'll pick the red team or whatever. I forget the name. It was like Black Eagle or something like that. With the girl with the red tights, or leggings, I don't know. And of course she is voiced by the English voice actress for Mitsuru, so he has a fad for you know, Mitsuru, especially in English. So yeah, I think that's a obvious pick for him. So yeah, that's pretty funny. So yeah, that's one of the future videos we may do for the channel. Hopefully, maybe by then I'll do a review video for Judgment, but it all depends if I finish it, you know, soon after. But there are a couple of movies, I think, like Lion King and stuff. So maybe we'll do a review on those, whether it's with just myself or Danny. We'll see. I do want to make more videos like the top 15 stuff or top 10 or whatever, which I did mention like a couple channel vlogs ago. But yeah, it is something I do like to do more consistently, but we'll have to see about that, depending on the schedule for like work and stuff. And so we'll see about what we're gonna do for July. And also, you know, just other videos are kind of just spontaneous anyway, so it's kind of just, you know, what I feel like doing at the moment. I continue to stream for Twitch, so currently I am playing Judgment. I've done one stream with Judgment so far, but like I said, I'm not gonna dedicate my my gaming schedule around Twitch, so I'm just gonna, you know, play Judgment on my own time, and if I feel like streaming, I'll stream it. But you know, I'm not gonna, you know, dedicate that game for just streaming only, because I did that for Vesperia, and that was a grave mistake because it took me a long time to finish that game. For the sake of reviewing and stuff, as soon as I can, I will just bounce back and forth with streaming and gaming on my own time. So I think that's pretty much it for the most part. That can, like, you know, pop into my head of what we're gonna do for July. I know that Anime Expo will come around. It is that time of the year, but you know, I'm not doing anything related to that. So, but maybe, you know, maybe friends coming down from the state or coming down from NorCal, you know, we'll probably meet up or something. I don't know. We'll see about that. But for the most part, I believe that's pretty much it for the channel vlog. I really don't have much else. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. It always means a lot. Yeah, I will continue to create more content just for, you know, the sake of my hobby, my passion, my interest. If you guys do like them, thank you very much. I plan to do more, even though, yeah, it is a struggle to, you know, kind of keep up with YouTube and stuff, competing with other channels and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a passionate sort of project. It's a personal thing for me, and I still happen to, you know, to be a partner with Fullscreen, and formerly, I guess, with Machinima. But maybe that's for another video, when it comes to like being a partner with YouTube anyway, or a partner on YouTube. So anyways, thank you guys so much. If you have any related comments, leave me down below. Love to read them. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and thumbs up and all that fun stuff, because it really helps out. Really appreciate it, guys. And if you want to check me out on all the social media stuff like Twitter and Twitch, all that information in the description below, including that sponsorship with Loot Crate. That's another way to support the channel while you guys get something out of that. So really do appreciate if you guys take that time to do so, because it only helps out the channel more. So anyways, this has been the channel update video with the June look back and the July look into, I guess. What's in store for July. So anyways, yeah, so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.